train out of the way, we can unbolt the cylinder heads. Some of the bolts are under where the valve covers were, and the others are outside near where the spark plugs used to be. Get these bolts into a bag or bin, but don't pull them all. On each head, you want to leave 2 bolts in the corners. They should be threaded in 3 or 4 turns, but not all the way seated.
Make sure before the heads come off that you put some kind of identifying mark on at least one of the heads so you know which side of the block the heads go back to. Put a pry bar or the handle of a long socket wrench in one of the intake port openings of the head and give it a solid shove. Don't push too hard. You don't want to damage the inside of the intake port or your tool. Double check that the safety pin is in your engine stand so that the weight of the engine doesn't shift when you pull just one of the heads. Now take out the safety bolts. Put a few fingers in one of the intake ports and your other hand in an exhaust port. Get a good grip. Lift the heads directly off. Cylinder heads are also very heavy, so be careful, especially if you have a big block. Once they're off, we get a glimpse of the conditions that were inside the combustion chamber. These crusty flakes are burned oil, which is a good indication of worn valve guides. These brownish, rusty spots on the head gasket, where the water flows between the block and the head, is a symptom of the multiple overheats that this motor had experienced. Keep an eye out for the gaskets. Sometimes they stuck to the heads, sometimes they're stuck on the block. Once the heads were off the marine engine, we saw even more signs of the problem that it had. Every cylinder was full of ocean water, but